Hess House on Woodson Street in Salisbury, North Carolina. And I tell you what, man, I've come to find some interesting things here that are very positive that are going on with children. But I'm not going to get in the way of anyone. I'll let the professional, Mrs. Moore, tell us about what the Terrie Hess House is all about.
Well, we are the Terrie Hess House. We fall under Prevent Child Abuse Rowan. We are actually a child advocacy center. So when kids are physically or sexually abused, when cases are reported to law enforcement or DSS, their protocol is actually to move the case to us. I am the forensic interviewer as well. I interview the child, and I'm the only person that interviews the child so as to minimize trauma for that child. In the past, children were having to tell their story to multiple people, and it was very traumatic. So here they tell their story one time, it's recorded, and then it becomes evidence.
Right. I had the opportunity to take a stroll around the Terrie Hess House, and I tell you what, you guys are 21st century cutting edge technology. How do you guys survive? Who budgets this?
We are 100% grant and donor based, so we rely on the support of the community to really do what we do here and help the children that are physically and sexually abused.
That's awesome. So now you heard this, guys. They're grant and donor based, so don't be afraid to dig in your pocket. I know you guys put on a brunch or breakfast of some sort in April.
We do. April 11th at 10 o'clock in the morning at the museum downtown. We are actually having a brunch, kind of a thank you back to the community. It's a great chance to learn about what we do. We are also having a big fundraiser on May 3rd at the Country Club, and it'll be a Kentucky Derby party, so that'll be fun as well.
Well, hey, on behalf of me and the citizens of Salisbury, we really appreciate you, young lady, for doing a so important job that's much needed here in Salisbury, and we really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
They're calling me around and I set it up and we'll all be here. So once they give you depending on the age, we'll interview in here for 13 on up or maybe 12 on up. And we'll always let them know that it's been video and talking. And so while it is in video and audio, law enforcement is back to watching.
But I got the mayor of East Spencer, North Carolina, and I have
Cassandra Rankin, the family advocate here.
Okay, Cassandra Rankin, what is your responsibility?
My responsibilities is making sure I take care of the family once they get here and facilitating any counseling for the child, for the family, and any other resources I need to facilitate.
That's awesome. Mayor Mallett, why is the Terrie Hess House so important to Rowan County?
Because I think sometimes they kind of slip through the cracks because a lot of parents don't know how to report, or even neighbors don't know how to report. So they say, well, it's not my idea, but now we have a vehicle where we can report things like that, and that's helpful, not only in our community, but all over Rowan County. So I think it's very helpful. Very
Absolutely.
helpful.
Well, you heard it here from Mayor Mallett, East Spencer, North Carolina, and Miss Rankin, child advocate. Really appreciate your time.
He said that Dr. Kathy said it.
Yeah, I know, that is like...
Because he's like a rule follower. Is he?
Young lady, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Could you state your name, please?
For what purpose?
Actually, I'm giving the Terrie Hess House some exposure on my webpage.
I'm Dr. Kathleen Russo, and I do the medical exams at the Rowan County Child Advocacy Center.
Okay, Dr. Russo, I really appreciate your time. How important is the Terrie Hess House here in Rowan County?
It's very important. It's someplace for the children who have been abused to come and get the care and the help that they need, as well as providing resources for the family.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Russo, we really appreciate you being involved, and I hate to scare you like that, but thanks for the sound bite.
That's fine. Thank
Here
you.
I have Mrs. Carol Haupt. Mrs. Haupt, could you just tell the fan base or the audience, what is the Terrie Hess House?
The Terrie Hess House is a place that children can come who have experienced abuse, and it's kind of a one-stop stop for for the child that they come here. It's a nice, inviting, warm facility where they only have to tell one person their story instead of having to tell multiple people. And that way the child is not re-victimized over and over and over.
Now, what is your responsibility here at the house?
I have the great privilege of being a board member here for the center, and so I help with policy and procedures and help get the governing body. I'm part of the governing body.
That's awesome. Mrs. House, why is the Terrie Hess House so important in Rowan County?
It's important because all of our children in the county are so important, and anything we can do to help prevent them from being further abused, I think that's important because our children are the future.
Absolutely. Mrs. House, I really appreciate your time, and you have a wonderful day. Today, Mrs. Lisa Pence. Mrs. Pence, I've actually taken a stroll around this beautiful, magnificent house, and you guys are cutting edge technology with all the equipment that you have and things of that nature. But could you tell me or tell the viewers, what is the Terrie Hess House?
The Terrie Hess House is a place where children who have been physically or sexually abused can come and be interviewed by a trained forensic interviewer, and also have medical exams if it's needed by a trained pediatrician who knows how to examine a child to take evidence, hopefully for prosecution in a case. They're also supported here by a family advocate who helps the non-offending family members through the court process. There's also therapy available here for the children. So it's a place where children and families can come to get support for the trauma that they've endured through sexual or physical abuse of the child and get the support that they need. And hopefully that's all the way through court and on even years beyond their trauma.
Well, when I look around, man, this is an awesome facility. What kind of budget? I mean, who financed it?
Well, it's financed through grants and private funding, so we can always use support.
Absolutely.
The hospital has graciously donated the facility to us, and we pride ourselves on this looking much like a home, and that helps the children feel more comfortable. It doesn't look like a hospital or a police station. It's a place where they can come and feel comfortable. It feels like they're coming to someone's home. They can sit down and talk quietly to someone in a back room. It's sort of like a family room. It makes it much easier on the children. So, but we are privately funded and could use all the support we can get.
You hear that, guys? They take donations.
We'll take donations.
Absolutely. What role do you play?
I'm on the board here for the Terrie Hess House.
Okay. That's awesome. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate the sound bite. I know I caught you off guard, but
All right.
any time to push the mission, we always want to do that.
Yes, we do.
But thanks a lot, Lisa.
Thank you.
The director of the DSS is Mrs. Donna Faco. Mrs. Faco, I'm here at the Terrie Hess House. How does what you do correlate with the Terrie Hess House?
The Department of Social Services is responsible for Child Protective Services, which is mandated by law to investigate and assess allegations of child abuse and neglect. So we work hand in hand with the Terrie Hess House. They provide forensic interviews for some of our serious physical abuse and sexual abuse cases. And they work as a liaison between the DSS social worker and the police department so that we work together to apprehend the perpetrators and to ensure that the children receive services.
That's awesome. Why and how is this Terrie Hess House so important to Rowan County?
Oh, it's critical for Rowan County because it's able to coordinate a medical exam for a child as well as a forensic interview. And a forensic interview is a legally defensible interview so that we can prosecute perpetrators of child abuse. And it also helps the Department of Social Services make decisions, case decisions, on findings of neglect or abuse against parents so that we can serve them.
That's absolutely awesome. And Mrs. Faco, we really appreciate what you do because I know your job is very, very stressful and very, very tough. But that smile that you have on your face right now proves that you like what you do.
I love my job.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate the time.
Thank you.